Hello everybody, my name is Dragon. Welcome back my channel Health Fitness 1047. Here is the episode new. Follow me.
Tory Lanez stabbed 14 times in prison. The tragedy behind the scenes of a fallen rap star. Tory Lanez, a 42-year-old Canadian rapper currently serving a 10-year sentence for the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion nearly 5 years ago, was brutally attacked at the California Correctional Institution, Tehachapi, on May 12. A 39-second clip that went viral on Wednesday shows Lanez walking out of his cell, stopping near the stairs, when suddenly another inmate, identified as Santino Casio, rushed over and repeatedly attacked him. The stabbings began while Lanez was still standing, but just seconds later he collapsed to the floor in a state of agony, screaming in pain. Oh God! No one intervened during the attack. Leaked images later showed Lanez, covered in blood, wearing only gray shorts and a gold chain around his neck, staggering through the prison hallway, looking dazed and in pain. Despite trying to escape, his body was covered in blood after 14 fatal stab wounds. 1. The attack, the cruel consequences of fame in prison. The stabbing of Tory Lanez was not just a normal prison violence, it clearly reflected the tragedy of celebrities entering the world of jungle. Law behind bars. For a famous rapper like Lanez, the past and fame become vital goals in an environment where power is not in the hands of the law, but in the hands of knives and underground relationships. Santino Casio, the attacker, is said to have intentionally chosen the moment to carry out the stabbing right in front of the camera as a show of power. Or even to assert his position in the prison. The question is, was this incident motivated by personal reasons? Or was it the result of feuds and power struggles between prison gangs that Lanez was unwittingly involved in? 2. Prison security, the terrifying absence of law. One of the most shocking details is that no one intervened. For 39 terrifying seconds, no guards or prison police appeared. Tory screamed, writhed, and tried to crawl away from the rain of knives, completely alone. This raises many questions. Were surveillance cameras monitored? Why was the response from the security team late or absent? Is this unprofessionalism, or is it a covert complicity in a system that is inherently full of negativity and violence? 3. The tragedy of Tory Lanez. From star to blood victim, Tory Lanez was once an R&B rap icon with hit songs and a huge fan base. But since being involved in the scandal of shooting Megan Thee Stallion, his career, image and personality have gradually collapsed in front of the public. The latest incident is not only the consequence of a prison sentence, but also the result of a long series of mistakes. From being praised to being attacked and almost losing his life, Lanez's current life is a clear proof of the saying, the brighter the spotlight, the deeper the darkness behind it. 4. The wave of public reaction, sympathy or punishment. On social media, fans are divided into two sides. One side expressed sorrow and concern for Lanez's life, calling on the prison to increase protection for famous inmates who are easily targeted. The other side believes that it is retribution for shooting Megan, asserting, "When you sow violence, you will reap violence." From any angle, the image of a bloody, dazed Lanez, once an idol, is still a bitter example for a series of young artists about the price of fame. Arrogance and irreversible mistakes. 5. Current health status, temporarily out of danger despite being stabbed 14 times, according to unofficial sources. Tory Lanez has overcome the danger after being taken to the emergency medical area. However, his injuries are described as serious and require a long-term recovery period. It is unclear whether after this incident, he will be transferred to a separate prison for safety, or continue to face constant threats from other inmates. Pop culture? The stabbing of Tory Lanez is not just a sensational news, but a wake-up call for an entire system. It shows the real dangers inside American prisons, especially for celebrities, the lingering consequences of bad decisions, and a culture that still glorifies violence. Gangsta, cool until it becomes the knife that stabs back. For Lanez, he's still alive, but is his identity intact after all? And will the public still see the Tory Lanez he once was? Or just a bloody man walking through prison hallways in the silence of security lights?